Tiffany's got the town buzzing. While everyone's pointing fingers at her, she insists she's innocent. But is she really the victim? Or is there more to this story? Listen up, because the drama just got a whole lot juicier. Tiffany's not just the mayor of Dalton, she's also running things in Thornton Township. Now the FBI's involved, investigating shady dealings with town funds, and Tiffany? Well, she's denying it all, claiming someone's trying to frame her. But I've got the inside scoop, and trust me, this story has more twists than a thriller novel. Let's dive deeper into Tiffany's world. You might think her job as mayor is her only gig, but think again. This lady's got a side hustle that's raking in serious cash, and when you hear the numbers, your jaw's going to hit the floor. Tiffany isn't just running Dalton, she's also the supervisor of Thornton Township. Two huge roles, one ambitious woman, but this double-duty job is stirring up way more drama than a reality TV season finale. Here's the breakdown. As Dalton's mayor, Tiffany's all about keeping things running smoothly, fixing sidewalks, making sure trash gets picked up, the usual stuff. But switch hats to supervisor, and suddenly Tiffany's a philanthropist, handing out resources to residents for everything from electric bills to funeral costs. It's like she's running a personal charity with town funds. But that's where things get tricky. With both roles combined, Tiffany's pulling in over $200,000 a year, which is more than most folks in Dalton make in 5 years. No wonder some people are side-eyeing her, and the drama doesn't stop there. Critics say Tiffany's got too much power and not enough time to do both jobs properly. Before she became mayor in 2021, Dalton was all about community events, festivals, parades, the small-town charm. But now it's all about Tiffany. Some residents are starting to question her leadership, calling her sneaky, especially after she set up a breast cancer charity funded by taxpayer money. Sure, it sounds good, but using public cash for personal causes raises some eyebrows. But it gets even deeper. While Tiffany's juggling her dual roles, Dalton's facing serious financial trouble, a deficit of over $2 million. That's a lot of zeros, and none of them add up in her favor. Tiffany, though, stands firm, insisting her jobs are legitimate and necessary. But with all this heat, you've got to wonder, does she really have the town's best interests at heart, or is she just looking out for herself? Here's where things really take a turn. Last week, Tiffany's drama was just local gossip. Now the FBI's involved, digging into her finances, trying to figure out if she's been mismanaging town funds. It's not just the locals giving Tiffany the side eye anymore. The feds are asking questions, and they're not playing around. They've even got tech on their side, using electronic surveillance to track her spending. Sounds like something out of a spy movie, but this is real life. And it's not just the money they're investigating. The FBI's also looking into Tiffany's charity, her political fund, and even her personal business. They're leaving no stone unturned, and they're trying to find out if there's more to Tiffany's financial dealings than she's letting on. But wait, it gets even juicier. Remember Tiffany's right-hand man, Keith Freeman? He's been charged with bankruptcy fraud, and he's spilling everything to the feds. Tiffany's trying to play it cool, saying the extra security is just because people have been threatening her. But with all this drama unfolding, you've got to wonder what's really going on behind the scenes. Stay tuned, because this story is far from over.
What is your security detail?
So we have about 45 officers in our village. My security is warranted due to the fact of threats and things of that nature, but what people are not stating is it's in our CBA. That's our collective bargaining agreement. That's our union contract. So it comes with the seat. That's what people are not saying. I didn't make this up. I didn't just create this to say, I want security.
How many officers is it?
How many officers is what?
On security detail.
I'm not going to say how many due to the threats on my life. So
But if it's in your CBA.
it is in my CBA. I'm not doing anything wrong. I even went to court due to the fact of people suing me saying I cannot have a security
So
detail.
what exactly is Tiffany trying to protect herself from, or is there something else going on here? It's not just Tiffany feeling the heat. The FBI's been talking to business owners and former employees too. Some are saying Tiffany's been playing dirty, targeting people who don't support her, whether it's through their wallets or votes. Tiffany denies it all, but her credit card statements seem to tell a different story. Here's the question: how does a small-town mayor justify first-class flights and luxury hotels when her city's in the red? Well, it turns out Tiffany's been living the high life, and the tea's hot on her lavish lifestyle. While Dalton struggles with a $2 million deficit, Tiffany's out there enjoying fancy hotels, expensive dinners, and first-class flights. It's like she's on an endless vacation, and guess who's picking up the tab? The taxpayers. You might think, okay, a few perks here and there. It's the mayor's job, right? But hold up, Tiffany's not just taking a few small luxuries. We're talking thousands of dollars spent on hotel rooms and meals, all charged to the township's credit cards. And this isn't a one-off thing, it's been happening for a while. But here's the real kicker: Tiffany's not just using those cards for official business trips. Nope, she's been accused of charging personal expenses too. It's like she's got a free pass to the town's money and she's not shy about using it. Now, let's talk about the billboards popping up all over town. You'd think they'd be promoting Dalton or local events, right? Nope. It's all about Tiffany, her face plastered all over the place. And guess who's footing the bill? You guessed it, the taxpayers. To make matters worse, it's not even legal. The state says public funds can't be used for self-promotion like that, but Tiffany, she doesn't seem to care at all.
What they say, like for instance, City of New Orleans has a policy that city officials don't fly first class. Do you have that?
We do not.
Do you believe you should have a policy? Because again, the critics are that you're flying first class, that you're staying in four-season hotels, high-dollar hotels, having what they call extravagant dinners, and those are your critics. Are you as a city official, in order to make sure that you'll be on reproach, looking at establishing a city policy in terms of how money is spent when traveling?
This is the way I feel about it. People will talk about anybody because they're not doing the work. They only talk about the people that's at the top, the ones that are doing the work.
Has Tiffany forgotten that she's supposed to serve the people, not herself? While folks in Dalton are struggling to make ends meet, she's out here living like a celebrity, flying first class, staying in high-end hotels, dining at fancy restaurants, and plastering her face on billboards all over town. It's a world away from the reality of the people she's supposed to represent. And you know what's really got people talking? It's not just about her lavish spending, it's about what she's not doing. Dalton has some serious issues that need fixing, but instead of focusing on those, it looks like Tiffany's more concerned with her image and comfort. Now, I'm all for giving people the benefit of the doubt, but when you're wrong, and when you're right, you're right. The question is, where's the evidence to back up Tiffany's claims? Some folks say Tiffany's lost touch with reality. How can she justify this extravagant spending when the town's finances are in such bad shape? It's like she's living in a different world, one where money grows on trees and budgets don't exist. But Tiffany's not backing down. She's sticking to her story, claiming everything she's done is above board. With the FBI now sniffing around and all these allegations piling up, you've got to wonder, will the truth come out, or will Tiffany prove she's as innocent as she says? People are starting to connect the dots between her spending habits and Dalton's financial troubles, and they're asking tough questions. Is the town's money going toward fixing roads, funding schools, or is it financing billboards and Tiffany's jet-setting lifestyle? It's clear that to run a town, you've got to be in the town, but Tiffany seems more focused on herself. And it's not just about her personal expenses. Remember that breast cancer charity she set up? Turns out that's funded by taxpayer money too. Now, people are wondering, is Tiffany really trying to help others, or is she just using the charity to make herself look good? Tiffany's not going down without a fight, though. She's got some explanations for all of this. Ever heard of a mayor needing 24/7 bodyguards? Well, Tiffany says she does, and she's claiming it's because her life is in danger. That's pretty serious, right? But here's the thing, what kind of danger is she really in, or is this just another excuse to keep living the high life on the taxpayer's dime? As for her spending, Tiffany insists it's all legit. But where's the proof? Where are the receipts, the documents to back up her claims? Tiffany's pointing fingers at the trustees, blaming them as the real problem. She says she's the hero in this story, just trying to help the people. But with so many questions swirling, the truth is still up in the air. Tiffany's pointing the finger at the trustees, calling them the real villains in this drama. She's got her dukes up and is fighting back hard, offering explanations for everything. Ever heard of a mayor needing 24/7 bodyguards? Well, Tiffany insists she does. But here's the thing, what's the real reason for this security detail? Is she genuinely in danger, or is it just another way to live the high life on the taxpayer's dime? And when it comes to her spending, Tiffany's got an answer for that too. She claims everything she's done is totally legit, but where's the proof? Where are the receipts? She's blaming the trustees, saying they're the real problem, while she's just trying to help the people. But Tiffany's not the only one in the hot seat. Her former right-hand man, Keith Freeman, is now at the center of all this drama, and he's got plenty to say. Freeman, who's been charged with bankruptcy fraud, has decided to cooperate with the FBI, and what he reveals could blow this whole case wide open. He's been with Tiffany since her time as mayor, so he knows all about those expensive dinners and lavish trips that have raised eyebrows. If he starts talking, he could reveal some explosive details, and that's bad news for Tiffany. Tiffany's legal team is trying to paint her as a naive, first-time mayor who was just following Freeman's lead when it came to money decisions. They're trying to make it look like she didn't know any better and was taken advantage of by Freeman. But Freeman's not about to take the fall. He's cooperating with the FBI, and if he knows where all the financial skeletons are buried, Tiffany could be in some serious trouble. Some folks think Tiffany's trying to use Freeman as a scapegoat, throw him under the bus to save herself, but that might not work. Freeman was there for all the big spending decisions, so if he spills the truth, Tiffany's innocent act might fall apart. It'll be a battle of words between Freeman and Tiffany, and with the stakes this high, the truth may not be so easy to hide. Freeman's testimony could reveal whether Tiffany was really as hands-off as she claims when it comes to the town's finances, or if she knew exactly what was going on. But some people think Freeman is just a pawn in a bigger political game. Maybe he's being used to bring Tiffany down, while others think it's simply justice catching up to both of them. Either way, one thing's for sure: Freeman's role in this mess is far from over. His cooperation with the FBI could be the key to unlocking the truth about Dalton's finances. Now, let's talk about the big question: where's the money? Tiffany's been bragging about bringing millions into Dalton, claiming she's raised $15 million. That's a lot of zeros, right? But the town's wallet is looking emptier than ever. So where is all that cash? It's a mystery. This just keeps adding fuel to the fire. Tiffany claims she's bringing in all this cash, but if she is, why is Dalton still struggling financially? Let's break it down. Tiffany's been saying she's the big moneymaker for the community, claiming she's bringing in millions, telling everyone how great she is at raising funds. But here's the problem: while she's talking about all this money, Dalton's still facing a $2 million deficit. That's not pocket change, and it's not just a small hole, it's a massive gap that you could drive a truck through. Tiffany claims she's secured $15 million for the town, but the numbers in Dalton's bank account say something entirely different. So what's going on here? Tiffany's explanation: she's blaming the trustees, saying they've mishandled the money. According to her, she's doing all the fundraising, but the trustees aren't paying the bills. But if the money's really rolling in, why is Dalton struggling so much? The public is starting to ask serious questions about where all this cash is going. Is it really helping the community, or is it being funneled elsewhere? Is Tiffany benefiting more than Dalton itself? People are looking at all these personal expenses charged to township credit cards and wondering if she's prioritizing herself over the town. Bringing in $15 million sounds impressive, but if it's not actually helping the people it's meant for, then what's the point? The town is still behind on bills, the deficit keeps growing, and Tiffany's living large, telling everyone how well she's doing. So where's the money? Is it getting lost in the shuffle, or is it even reaching Dalton at all? Tiffany's antics are turning heads, but not everyone is impressed. While some love her approach, others feel that her flashy stunts are distracting from the serious financial problems that need fixing. She's calling the criticism a smear campaign, and some people are buying it. She's built a loyal following, and those billboards sure helped. There's a whole faction of people who are still backing her, showing up at meetings and defending her on social media. But for every fan, there's someone calling for her resignation. The town's split right down the middle: Team Tiffany vs. Team FBI. So what's Tiffany doing about it? She's doubling down. She's talking about transparency and accountability, saying she wants to rebuild trust, but at the same time, she's not backing down from her flashy lifestyle. She's calling out her critics, and the more drama there is, the more attention she gets. Every time she posts on social media, it blows up, and now it feels like she's become a local celebrity. Not everyone is upset about it, though. But while Tiffany's putting on quite the show, the real drama is just beginning. The FBI is still digging deep, and lawsuits are piling up. Tiffany's about to face some serious heat. So what's next for Dalton's most talked about mayor? Tiffany's got more problems than a math book right now. We've got the FBI, her finances, ex-employees spilling tea, and a whole lot of people in Dalton questioning what's really going on, with lawsuits coming from 3 former employees who claim they were fired for not going along with her shady dealings. Things are looking rough. The FBI isn't just poking around anymore, they're in full detective mode. They're talking to business owners, ex-employees, and tracking every penny Tiffany spent. While she still claims to be innocent and insists it's all a setup, the evidence keeps piling up. So, is anyone buying her story? If these lawsuits go through and the FBI uncovers something fishy, Tiffany could be in some serious trouble, losing her job, facing fines, or worse. But don't count her out just yet. She knows how to work the crowd, and those social media stunts and costume board meetings show she's got a few tricks left. One thing's for sure: the drama's far from over. The FBI is still investigating, and more people are coming forward with stories. Big revelations are on the horizon. Tiffany's days might be numbered, and some are betting she won't make it to the next election. But others are still riding hard for her, saying she's brought more attention to Dalton than anyone ever has. This story is far from finished. We don't know what bombshells will drop next, but Tiffany might think she's in the clear. The truth is, though, she's just getting started.